It's an amazing event. I mean, nowhere in history have you been able to watch all the hole cards from every single player. Yeah, the World Series of Poker, we showed some of the hole cards, and the live broadcast was, you know, the best, the biggest and best of all time. But it wasn't all of the hole cards. So it's very rare that you can do that. And then to have a betting menu, so it's pretty cool. I've been thinking in terms of, you know, two words that sound the same: evolution and revolution. So, I mean, is it the evolution of poker? Probably. I mean, we knew back in 2005 that the public wanted to watch the great players play, and yet we can't deliver that at the World Series of Poker because, you know, usually you have one great player that makes the final table or zero great players that make the final table. So the public's been screaming for us to show the great players playing poker. And so now we can finally do that. So that, to me, is part of the evolution of the game. Well, I mean, it is all about winning. It doesn't really matter if you finish 10th, 9th, or 8th. And some players tell themselves that. And basically it is true. I mean, but you look at the structure. It's a great structure. It's going to give us a chance to play for a long time. So you might not see a single player go out in the first 2 hours. But then again, you have Devilfish and Carlos Mortensen in there. They get a little bit stubborn. Daniel can call somebody down with bottom pair. You better not try to bluff him tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to some, you know, excitement. Every poker player has a bag of tricks, right? Daniels has a really good reading ability, but sometimes calls anyway. He's not quite as patient, but he raises a lot of pots. That's kind of his bag of tricks. Carlos Mortensen is just great. I mean, to anybody who's been around poker, this guy is the #1 all-time, you know, leading money winner on the World Poker Tour, which is all Texas Hold'em, and he's just a great player. I mean, I battled for him at the final table of the main event, you know, when he won his championship. He was a little raw and still won it. And so this guy just has so much talent. So yeah, I mean, my biggest skill, I mean, patience is important. Hopefully I'll make some great reads. And I certainly have the stomach, the stones, the heart, the guts to make the big bluff when I think they're weak. To me, I mean, my biggest achievement is, you know, having 11 world championships. You know, I mean, being admitted into the Poker Hall of Fame. I wanted to be the youngest one ever admitted, and I had a real shot at it if I would have won the 2001 series, which Carlos Mortensen won. Then I would have been the youngest guy into the Hall of Fame. I'm not the youngest. I'm the second youngest. So that's pretty cool. You know, I've won tournaments everywhere. I've won tournaments, you know, in Wales. I've won tournaments in Vienna, and I haven't even played that often in these places. And it'd be nice to win one on the continent of Ireland. It's just for the record books, just a little notch, just a little feather in the cap, so to speak. I feel if I can have 3 second-place finishes at the 2011 World Series, that I can have 3 first-place finishes at the 2012 World Series of Poker.